Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gendron Tarot by Melanie Gendron. Website I got here is usgamesinc.com. This print is from 97, I believe. 97, 2004. I got 2004 down there too. But the website, I'm very confident it's still active. I want to say Ciro Marchetti's website goes there, and I have a deck from him like it's within the last 5 years, so I do believe that's still active. Oh, supportive oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites are torihartman.com and watkinspublishing.co.uk or watkinspublishing.com. Whatever works for you. Feel free to freeze frame on any of that if you want it. I'm getting distracted. That's weird. Only because Taurus is usually a very streamlined 1, 2, 3 energy. So I'm like, the fact that I got distracted during this one is very interesting. All the rest of them I've done so far have been kind of on point, so that's interesting. It's really kind of like shocking me. Oh, there's one card sneaking out. We'll see what that's going to be. What is it? The Hermit. That's a good ally. This is something off to the side, so this is an ally off to the side for you. That's an ally card for Taurus, because that sometimes talks about Virgo, which is stuff is getting done, but there's a lot of thought and a lot of preparation before it happens. And it's usually a very compatible energy with Taurus. You know what I mean? It's very good at following what you want. You do have the King of Pentacles here, though, which is good, you'd think, but it's showing up in like the challenge position. Is this something you need to control or something you can't control? That's the question. Actually, why not use the dice right off the bat? Why wait? Is this something that you can control or something you can't control? Should you be or should you not be? Alright, so we got Fire, Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, and the 18, which is the Moon card. You don't know where to go with it. So the situation we're going into, and you have an ally here. So it doesn't have to be a Virgo, by the way. It's just an ally energy, somebody who I feel like you like, who's very compatible with you. I feel like you do need to have more control of it, but maybe you're questioning if you even can because you're like, I don't know exactly what's going on here. Kind of want to have control of it, but I don't know what's going on here, and I feel like I'm going in blind. It kind of makes me feel like it's like buying a house, but I can't see it before I buy it. And it's like, oh, especially for Taurus. That's hard. That's difficult. Buying a house and you can't see it before you buy it. It's either buy it or don't, and you're not gonna have. Yeah, that's a lot. So it's something that would hold you back usually. Kind of like if I can't inspect my investment, I don't want to buy it. I'm like, that's something. Oh, that's something. It's very uncomfortable. I feel like this is why I keep going different directions too. Like, and it's like I'm getting trusted information from people from trusted sources, but I'm like, yeah, well, I know they like it, and I like them, and I trust them, but I need to, like, I might see something they don't. So I trust them. I believe them that they would. But they don't look at things the way I look at things. I do trust them, but I don't think they would look at it the way I would look at it. How did I say that? It's like kind of like somebody who you believe in and trust would be like, oh yeah, I would buy that house without even thinking about it. It looks great. And you're thinking, yeah, but do they know about the plumbing? Do they know about the electrical? Have they looked at this? Have they looked at that? Have they considered this? Would they consider all these things? Even if I ask them now, would they really know what I was saying? Would they really understand what I'm looking for? I trust them that they would buy it, and I believe that they would. I have no question that they would, but that doesn't mean that I would, even though I trust them. I feel like you look at things differently. Is that a block card? 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords with isolation. The situation won't last forever. So you either, if you take control of it in the beginning, it goes a lot better. I do feel like this is something, I feel like this is a lot to say, but it's like buying a house without being able to see it first. It's a lot. I feel like the best you can do is research it online. Because even like I'm the type of person, like you might see a picture of it online, doesn't mean that's like what it looks like right now. Doesn't even mean it's the correct picture. That's what bothers me. Like you have to, it's better to see it in person. So it's like, ooh. So it's kind of like you're researching it, you're looking into it, you're doing all you can to find out information, but there's still like I'm limited. Like, I can't go that far. So for example, maybe buying a house, for example, in another country, then you can't travel there right now for whatever reason. But the moment is passing, you either buy that house or not. You've seen pictures, you've seen stuff about it, you're seeing information online, and you're like, it does look good, but I feel like I'm still gambling, and that does not work well for Taurus. I don't even know if you should do it or not yet. Because gossip fell out upside down, kind of like, I can't do the gossip thing. I need facts. I need facts. I need something provable here. Whatever this, it feels like that level of connection. And if I invest into it, I feel like this is a gamble. Oh my gosh. Whatever it is, I feel like it really does have a lot of value, but it's like I'm having a hard time getting across how it has to happen. It's this distance investment thing. Oh, it's bothering me. I do feel like it's a really great situation, but how do you get involved with it? On your terms. Because this is also like, using the analogy of the house with the Taurus especially, it's not like a 5-second investment. Even if you plan to flip the house, you have usually like there's reasons you plan to flip it. You've already looked at it. You're like, I can do this better, I can do that better, I can make more money here, and when I flip it I'll get this from it. But it's usually going to take a bit of work, and you're like, I need to be able to plan out that work and when I'm going to do it and how I'm going to do it and where I'm going to get the supplies and if I'm going to get somebody to help me, and if I am, who is it that I'm going to get to help me. It's not a short-term investment, whatever this is. Even if you're going to flip it, I feel like this is the type of house that would take you 1.5 years to really get to the level that you would believe it was going to get its optimal payback for you, if that makes sense. There's a lot of value here. And no matter what direction you end up going, whether you walk away from it or you take it, I do see a lot of stress. If you walk away, I feel like you're going to be stressed that you didn't take it. If you do take it, you have to make up your plans as you go. Also not a very compatible energy for Taurus. Queen of Wands, perception, and what's the last one? Perfection. Oh, this will not be a perfect situation. This situation is going to be messy either way. I feel like even if I walk away from it, it still bothers me. It still haunts me. I feel like it still literally haunts me. It will always... So, okay. If you say no to the situation, long term, how is Taurus going to feel about this? If Taurus says no to it, long term, how is that going to work out? I know it's a general read, but still. Ace of Pentacles. With the Justice. If you say no to it, you seem like you'll make peace with it at some point. Alright. Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you'll find something else and you'll be like, you know what? I'm not the type to make decisions like that. So if you say yes to it, what's your long-term view of it? If you say yes to this, what is your long-term view of this? You seem like you're okay, but you have to look at it like diplomatically. Like, well, I don't make decisions like that. But if you say yes to it, how does the long-term work out for you? Tower. And the Five of Cups. It'll never be exactly what you want it to be. So the first version had the Justice card, kind of like, it looks like a good opportunity that slipped past me, but that's not how I do things. If you go towards it, you're like, it does better than you expect, but it never gets to the level you want it to. So it never hits that sweet spot ever. It never just makes it there. It's always going kind of towards it, kind of no, yeah, no. It just never makes it. It just never quite makes it. I feel either way you go with this, long term, it's still going to haunt you. I just feel like if you say no to it with the Justice card, I feel like I can look at this kind of like, well, that's not how I do things. Looks like it was a great opportunity that I missed out on. but that's not how I do things. So if I made all my decisions that way, I wouldn't have anything. So it's kind of like I make peace with it. I feel like you'll make peace with it. Like a good opportunity that slipped past you, but you'll make peace with it. Like that's not how I live my life. There's always a connection to this opportunity. It just never goes away because I see the Two of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Somebody seems to be always around you that's always connected to it, and they seem to, maybe they make it look better than it is. Maybe that's it too. But they don't have the perfection energy on their side. So when I say it looks better than it is, they're literally happy with it and they're very content with it, but they don't have your standards. They don't look at life the way you look at life. So maybe it's not the perfect house. Maybe it didn't get worked out exactly to its optimal moment, but they're happy for it for what it is. Especially, for example, if it was a house in another country, they get to visit that country, they have a place to stay, and it's taken care of. The place doesn't really work out exactly how it ideally would in your opinion, but they're like, yeah, it works out good enough, and I have a place to stay when I want to go to that country, so it's okay with me. You're like, well, it's not okay with me. It would not be okay with you. So maybe keep that as like a grain of salt, because I feel like this person, whoever it is that you're continually connected with, they do honestly like it, but their standards are different than your standards. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like they just want a place to stay where they feel safe, and that it makes the grade there. You want a nice place that has a lot of functionality with it, and it's just not quite your standard. It never will be. So just keep that in mind. They're honest. They do love it, but again, they have different standards than you do, and that's fine. That's how the world is made up, right? One more card here. The 11. Nope, this is not an 11, but this is the 3 of Wands. There is some travel involved, but I do get an 11 here. 11th Arcana, isn't that the Justice card again? I think so. There's a lot going on with this person. They're going to make it work to their advantage. Let them have it. I feel like I would just try to make peace with it sooner or later. That it's going to work out good for them, but that's them. And I just feel like they're going to love it. I feel like you're going to see that they love it, and it's going to look like it was a missed opportunity. I feel in truth, maybe it's not, though. In truth, maybe it's not really, just to be fair. Because I feel like they're trying to set this up for the future energy when you kind of look at it and somebody else is really loving it and you're like, oh, I missed out. I don't think you do. I think it just seems like it. They legitimately love it. I still don't. They have different standards. So I feel like if they set you up with this energy now, you can make peace with that now and be like, you know what, that was never for me. That was for them and great for them. And just kind of let it go that way. I think that's where this is going. All right, so I think we're done. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.